everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back doing a Dominaria Intermediate Swiss Draft League. These drafts take a bit longer to fire nowadays, but we got in, and we got a Traxos too, so I think we'll take it. It's been a while since I've drafted this, at least a couple months, so hopefully I can figure everything out again, but historic stuff, totally. Artifacts, Legends, Sagas, I totally remember that. We've got uncommon legends again, which were a lot of fun. I love Dominaria. I didn't get to post as much as I usually do because it was right in the middle of a school semester, so I had to cut it short a little bit. Sapling Migration's a great card too. I remember this one. All the kicker spells are great. Other than those two cards in this pack, nothing insane. Juggernaut, obviously very playable. Windgrace Acolyte is good, has some good synergies in the format, but we'll take the 4-mana 7/7. I'm okay with that. Follow-up pick. Well, I love the Fungal Infection. Pegasus Courser's good. Weight of Memory. Yeah. A little expensive. Quendy's good. Goblin Barrage. Kind of cool with Traxos. Lightning, more of a sideboard card. Colony, I remember not being that good. Gorger's certainly pretty decent. We can take the Barrage. I've already kind of forgotten where the best historic spells lay at. I mean, all the colors are going to have historic, but it's going to take me a little bit to get back into the swing of this format for sure. I mean, Quindy obviously has some good synergy with Traxos, only because it's historic, but we probably take the Barrage. This can kill things, albeit at a slightly... it's not that expensive. And hey, if I'm playing historic artifact stuff already, maybe I'll get to deal 4 to a creature and a player. We'll see. Ooh, now this one I do remember. This is a sweet card, but you need enough legends. That's the problem. But this is an awesome card if you can make it work. Otherwise, Chronicler is good. I love the Vicious Offering. Another legend here. Blink of an Eye is good. Sapherd is good. I think we'll take the Inferno. We're going to hope to make this work. Very awesome card. The Memorial to Genius is a great card too. Okay, so now we have Kazarov, which is a fun card. It's also a legend. Urza's Tome, which is historic, has some historic synergy of its own. Woodland Cemetery Foil. Maybe I should check the price, but am I going to be disappointed? There's a good chance. 79 Whole Sense. No, I think we'll pass. Could take the Courser. Flying over top is huge. Oh, wait. Would we end up Boros again? We may have to, folks. I don't know. This is more of a mid-range format, so you can take more expensive stuff. More mid-range is my bread and butter anyway. Totally. I'm okay taking the Kazarov. It's certainly not an exciting pick here, but it's a historic card, and it would fit in the, sort of the theme of what we're doing. I guess we'll try it. It's the most exciting card. I think the Courser would be very good, though. Jeez. I remember Lich's Mastery. That's a tough card to get going. Drudge Sentinel, playable, not great. Turns out to be pretty clunky. We have Gitu Journey Mage, which is only okay as well. Nothing really standing out as all that good in here. Scryland. Yeah, I'm not really into any of these cards. Suppose we could take the Journey Mage. Like I said, we could take the Sentinel too. Either one, I wouldn't be super happy about making the final deck here. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not really into any of these. Let's see. So now we have Orcish Vandal, which sort of fits into this deck a little bit. Unfortunately, an Orc and not a Goblin. Antiquities War, which kind of makes sense in this deck as well, but pretty tough to get that going. Aether Glider, which is historic, it flies, it works with the Barrage. Something we could consider, but I actually like Windgrace Acolyte, so I'm okay taking it. The 3 life is huge on this thing. Taking it over the Mammoth Spider, I might just have to be okay with that. Okay, so now we have Voltaic Servant, which is pretty busted with Traxos. So I think we just take it and be super happy about that. Otherwise, there's a short sword and a radiating lightning, once again, more of a sideboard card, but I'm happy to take a voltaic servant here. I like Blood Tallow Candle. It's historic, it's removal, it's pretty good. Some late white in here. I think the Memorial to Glory is good as well, but we'll take the candle. I'm okay with that. Take the short sword now, but I actually think the Phoenix is kind of good. Short sword's actually not bad either. But we'll take the Phoenix. I think Jaya's Immolating Inferno really requires at least, I would say, 4. Any less than 4 legends, and I think you're in some trouble with this card. But man, if you can make it work, I've definitely resolved this, and it has done some insane things for me. So we can take the short sword now. I'm okay with that. Otherwise, we take the lightning. Once again, more of a sideboard card, and Rat Colony is very underwhelming, so I guess we'll take the short sword. Some late blue in here. Could shift into more of a blue-red deck. Take like the Arcanist here. Does ramp for our Inferno. We already have one other wizard. Otherwise, I can take a Divest, which is actually okay too. I think we'll take the Arcanist just in case blue is the correct direction here. None of these cards matter. I guess we'll take the Fury. Arcane Flight. I don't really want to play either of them, but Flight seems a little more brutal than Frenzied Rage. It's cheaper and better evasion. All right, take the Memorial. All right, so pretty successful pack 1. I like the direction we're going. Oh yeah, I remember you. You're kind of like a, well, besides being a wizard lord, you're also a nice flash creature. Kind of cool. A little bit expensive, I think, to get the full value on that. Skittering Surveyor is a great card. I like the Gitu Chronicler. I actually like Eldest Reborn quite a bit. Good synergy with Windgrace Acolyte as well. But the Legend may make some more sense with Inferno. Although the Reborn, we can still continue down the black-red path here. I really do like the Reborn. I don't think this card's bad, but Reborn might be a little bit better. This card is pretty sweet. Any graveyard too, so that's pretty strong. Albeit at a slightly expensive cost. I think we'll take it though. I'm going to try and make this deck work. So here I think is a pretty easy Vicious Offering, I would say. Good card. There's another candle in here. I like Feral Abomination. I like Fungal Infection. But we'll take the Offering. Pretty good removal. Nice cost. Good effect. Adela's. Well, that's a good wizard. Another Journey Mage. Haphazard Bombardment is better than it looks, although not great. I like the Cyclops. I know it seems crazy, but I do actually like the Cyclops. We could take the Bombardment. It's a little bit slow going, admittedly, but if you can make it work, it's pretty sweet. I think here is probably a pretty easy Valduc. There's a Compass in here, which we wouldn't want to play anyway. Opt in blue. Reproach and Cavalry are good white cards, but we'll take the Valduc. We already have a short sword, so that kind of makes sense. It's also a legend for our Inferno, which we're still hoping to get to abuse at some point. It's a Shaman. We can take a second Valduc. I'm okay with that. Otherwise, there's an Intervention, which is better than it looks. Expensive, yes, but being able to blow up artifacts in this format is actually pretty good. I think I want the second Valduc, though, because that puts us up to 4 legends, which is a good spot to be. Plus, it makes another short sword, if we find one, more playable. Howling Golem is deceptively good as well. I don't really like the G2 Lava Runner, and we don't need anything else in this pack, so we'll take the Golem. It's more of an aggressive card, but that's fine. Ooh, I think we'll take the intervention now. Like I said, I'm still on board with this card. Taking it over another Warcry Phoenix and a Soul Salvage. I'm okay with that. It's a good chance we will not be needing the Warlord's Fury. The only issue I'm seeing with this deck is we're kind of a weird mix of some aggressive cards and some mid-range cards. Like Howling Golem, for the most part, is more of an aggressive card, because drawing extra cards tends to help the aggro player. At least I remember it helping the aggro player. Ooh, got the fungal infection back. We're taking that. Over the slower player. Just from what I recall. That's how I remember it being. So we can take the Evangel in case we need more cheap stuff. I don't love it, but otherwise I'm taking like a Zalfirin Void, which I don't think we would play. Could take the Lightning for sideboard. I mean, there's not a great chance that... Yeah, we're so close to already a deck and we have a pack left. Let's take the Lightning for sideboard. There's some matches where you're really happy to have this. Can do some serious damage against the aggro decks. So, alright, Fungal Infection number 2, no problemo. I'll take it over the Wanderer. I'm happy about it. It kills 2/2s for 1 mana, and it does combat tricks in a pinch. It's a great 1-drop. Great common. It also randomly has synergy with like Warcry Phoenix in our deck, which is kind of nice. I guess, you know, you can equip it in a pinch. I'm going to take the Cyclops here. I don't even really want to play this Journey Mage anymore. And I just very much remember the Cyclops being an awesome blocker at worst. And hey, you cleared the board out? Well, I'm sure you're happy that you paid 4 mana for a 4/4 as well. So all good with me. We'll take the Compass. We already have a Warlord's Fury. I don't think we're going to play Compass, though. Take the red card. I think we're in actually a pretty good place, believe it or not. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fungal Infection is great with our Vicious Offering, too. That's good synergy. So yeah, I like where we're at. I don't have any real issues with this deck. I think with double Valdek, we could totally get another Short Sword and play it and be happy. Very creature light, I know, but remember, the fungal infections are sort of creature, sort of. They're not great ones. And then the Eldest Reborn is kind of a creature too, so... geez, is Gilded Lotus worth anything? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, but might as well check. 2 cents. No. Great white cards in here. Shauna's a tough card too. Really good. The Paladin is fine in this deck. We probably take the Confessor. How many actual historic cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's a lot. Maybe Paladin is the pick here. Confessor is good because it's versatile, but Paladin actually is going to do stuff in this deck, so I guess we'll take it. We could probably wheel it, but that's alright. Flame of Keld, huh? Now we probably just take the Eviscerate. Is that right? There's also a Thallid Omnivore in here, but we'll take the Eviscerate. Hard removal. Hard to have a problem with that. Alright, this card is insane. This card is just insane. One of the stronger cards in the set. Granted, yeah, you need 10 mana, I get it, but a 4 mana 4/5 on the front end, insane. And then 4 mana 4/5 Menace on the front end? That's absurd. This card probably could have been Mythic, actually. I mean, it's crazy. The ability is absolutely crazy. We're taking it over a second Voltaic Servant. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I even love Voltaic Servant in this deck, and I'm still happily taking this card over it. And immediately get another one anyway, but I think we're actually going to take the Short Sword here. With double Valdek, to me, it makes more sense. I mean, granted, we need some more creatures. We don't need that many more creatures, though. With the counting the fungal infections in the Eldest Reborn, we have 14, which is actually a pretty good count. So, take the Short Sword. And this is a deck I can probably cut. Maybe Phoenix I can consider cutting. I'm just looking at things that aren't legends, that don't really need to be in the deck. It does have flying, but it doesn't need to be in the deck. Easy Siobhan Fire here. Just getting some removal. Took it over another Acolyte, which is fine. So now we can take the Abomination, which is another fatty. Or we can take another Acolyte, which has synergy with our Reborn. It also flies. Cutting this. The Aether Glider has some synergy with our stuff too. But not being able to block is a big deal to me. I'd probably take the Acolyte. Is there any other rewards for self-mill? We don't really have any other rewards for self-mill in here, but I think we're good on expensive game winners. Another fungal infection? Alright. It's a lot of fungal infections. Wow. We're doing it. We are doing it, folks. It's happening. Just to let you know. Alright, we got the Confessor back. We'll take that. Take the Partick Wanderer here. Thallid Omnivore does actually have some synergy with 3 fungal infections, so maybe that is the pick here. Got the Servant back. We're going to play it. We'll figure out how in a bit. Run amok, sure. Vandal. I mean, we certainly have enough artifacts to do it, but I don't think we're going to. So, sweet deck. Really cool. Came together nicely, I would say. We have enough legends, totally. We have 5 legends for our Immolating Inferno, so we're going to go for 2 of them, as crazy as that may seem to you. So let's, separate some stuff out and figure out what's getting a boot, because we're probably, not probably, we're going to run 17 lands, so 15 creatures. I think to start her off, we can at least cut 1 fungal infection. That makes sense to me. We can sideboard into it if we need more. Kind of tempted to cut the Candle too. We've got better removal. The Run Amok can go. We don't need it. 5 more cuts. I think we will cut the Confessor. I like it, but we can still boot it and be okay. So if I cut the Confessor and the Vandal, that brings us to 26. How many historic cards does that leave for Traxos? Quite a few, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're good. We're definitely good on that. So 3 cuts. The Paladin is actually, like I said, pretty cool in this deck, but maybe we cut back on 4 drops a little bit. If I cut 1 more creature, though, we need to cut some non-creature cards. So the last creature to cut is probably a Paladin, but I could see the argument for maybe an Acolyte. Even though it flies, the Paladin does punish for a lot of cards in our deck. I think we'll diversify a little bit and cut an Acolyte. So then we have to cut 2 non-creature spells. I'm kind of thinking we cut, like, maybe the Intervention, sideboard into it if we need it, and it might actually be the Bombardment. I love the card, but we've just got spicier stuff going on here. So, like, I like that Barrage can just win the game, too, with the sheer quantity of artifacts we have in here. 4 damage to the face is kind of a big deal, especially on top of killing a creature. So like I said, this deck is a weird mix of like mid-range and aggro, but I would argue, I guess we're not that aggressive, but still, this deck is sweet. This deck is very cool. Not a ton of card advantage spells, but I guess we get rewarded with Josu Vess, we get rewarded with Eldest Reborn, those are 2 value spells, and we get rewarded with Infernos for getting flooded. So like I said, we only have 5 legends for our 2 Infernos, but we're going to hope that's enough and try and make it work here. So cool deck, very creature light, I know. But like I said, Eldest Reborn should count as a creature. And the infections, I admit, they don't come across as great creatures, but I think they're good enough for me. So let's figure out our mana here. No fixing. So couple double reds, couple double blacks. I guess we'll probably do 9/8 black. They'll say the same, I'm sure. They do. So cool. All right, well, this is definitely it. 4-drop heavy, admittedly. Here, move it up here and it looks better. There you go. Looks good now. A little bit 4-drop heavy, I admit. But kind of a cool deck. Definitely. It looks fun. I like it. So, alright, here you have it. Red-black mid-range aggro with double Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Alright, we'll see you round 1. Round 1, opponent is mulliganing. We're going to keep. We're on the draw. I think I was kind of towards the end of me playing this format. I remember being unable to decide whether it was a draw or play format. I think it's a play format game 1, and then you see what your opponent's doing, and then it's most likely a draw format in game 2. But aggro was starting to pick up towards the end, so it's a little bit more difficult to say. Well, they don't have a play either. That's good. Nice. So now we can do the Cyclops. We can do the Paladin. If we do Paladin, we can go into Josu, into Inferno. That's pretty big punishment, actually. Something to think about. Stronghold Confessor. Okay. Alright. Well, I think we're going to do Paladin into Josu, into Immolating Inferno, because to me, being able to blow up a Confessor as 3 to their face, maybe kill something else, that's pretty intense. Could actually do the Acolyte as well, I suppose, but we'll figure this out. Oh, okay. Dark Bargain. Main phase Dark Bargain. Opponent puts a Wild Onslaught into their graveyard, which is a really strong card. No blocks. Or no attacks, rather, excuse me. So I've got some choices here, actually. I can just go... I mean, I can do the Josu Vess. Alright, I think we do. And the reason, basically, like I said, is because we get to punish them here. We get a 4/5 menace. And then Inferno is online. And it deals 4 damage to 3 targets, which is just insane. So I'm not even going to attack into that. We'll see if they have removal for Josu Vess. If they do, we'll have to find another legend later, but we're still in okay shape. Icy Manipulator. Well, the good news about that is it doesn't really put us in too much trouble. So now, I mean, as long as Josu Vess stays alive, this Jaya's Immolating Inferno is going to be crazy at some point. So I guess we just go Acolyte here and then pass. Gives us a flyer. Let's see what we self-mill. Fungal Infection and Vicious Offering. That's alright. So they're tapping Josu Vess. We're going to pass. Keep the Paladin around. I like what it potentially does for us in the future coming up here. We're just waiting on this Inferno. Whisper. There we go. All right. So now we just deal 1 billion to everything and attack for 1 billion. And the Inferno is going to deal an additional 2 to them too. Oh my word. We're just going to do it right now. Yeah, what does it do? 5? Is that what it does? 5 to 3 targets? And it's going to be 7 to my opponent because I mean, this is just so crazy. And it's historic. They take 2 more. They can't even use Whisper. They tap Josie Vest. They just take another 7. Paladin just doing work this game as well. They're in death range if I draw any historic spell now with the Paladin. Okay, opponent concedes, so they're playing green-black. We saw the Icy Manipulator. That's enough for me to want to swap into an intervention. And we can do that over something. Maybe the Eviscerate. Maybe a Fungal Infection. Could be a Fungal Infection. Ups the curve a little bit, but they did mulligan, but they also didn't come out of the gate swinging. And we have some early plays still. We still have a Siobhan Fire, Infection, Offering, Double Servant. We're staying busy early. Yeah, this seems fine to me. Yeah, it's a keep. Nice hand. Like I said, Howling Golem in this deck is a bit awkward, but it does allow us some historic value. I guess do we even have more historic value besides Traxos? I've forgotten already. I'm saying strictly things that want historic. I guess not. No, the Paladin. Okay. Josie Vest, my old friend. All right. I'll trade a Fungal Infection for a Cabal Evangel. It seems fair to me. I don't have to either. If I draw a land here, I don't know. I still kind of don't mind just using a Fungal Infection on it. But maybe it is in our best interest to just take 2 and... I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding. It probably makes sense to just Fungal Infection that thing. Because even though I can take 2 and play a 2/3, they could have a follow-up play. I don't know. I think it's fine. We'll trade our 1-drop for their 2-drop creature. It also allows future mana or draws to help us a little more. I don't know. I'm fine with this. I don't have any problems trading a Fungal Infection for an Evangel. Seems like a fair trade to me. It's not like our deck is lacking removal either. Ooh, Dreadshade's a good one. So we'll play the Howling Golem. See if they inflate. If they're just inflating, I think we're okay. All right. So we're taking 7, which is a lot, but we have the Acolyte. I don't know. This is actually okay to me. So, get in for 2 here with the Golem because we may draw some removal. And we do. Wow, alright. That's pretty perfect. Deal with this dude. They switch into like a mono black deck? That's kind of crazy. So we go land number 5 and I guess we play the Acolyte makes the best use of mana, so we're going to play that. It does fly, so it means I don't really want to lose it, but we'll do it. Uh-oh, lost one of our Infernos. Little does my opponent know. We've got 2. They don't even need to draw the card. Alright. So we'll follow up with a... Well, what's more important? I guess the Cyclops is a little more difficult to deal with, so we'll do that one. No attacks, that's good. So, now we can drop Kazarov like it's hot. And then we're actually a land from just killing Yargle, which is also quite nice. Building towards that Josu Vest. It's only 10 mana. Definitely makes sense to attack here because, like, they must see that if I draw land, they're in some trouble. Sure. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I got the 8th mana. So we can just go Paladin plus Omnivore and swing for 5. That brings him to 12. We can afford to take at least 12 damage from this. I'm, I guess, okay with that, actually. So we'll get him for 5. We'll play the Paladin and the Omnivore. Weatherlight. That one's pretty good. cruise for 3. And what's the ability when it does combat damage to a player? Look at the top 5. It's pretty good. One card left in their hand. Okay. Well, that's a good draw, actually. So, I think we just attack. $12? Huh. That was weird. All right, well, we'll take it. See you in round 2. Round 2, we've got ourselves a keep here. Oh, nice. Huh. Well, I've forgotten all the tricks from this format. I think I'll take 2 this turn because I can untap my servant. Because I can equip it with the short sword as well. Okay. So now we'll block the saplings and hope that 2/4 is big enough because I've kind of forgotten, quite frankly. I mean, it's a good bluff if they were bluffing, but opponent is saying, wow, I get to play 2 people I watch on YouTube today. Oh, cool. He just played Reed Duke. All right, Baloth Gorger. Well, I think we're going to barrage that little fella. And then we'll get in there again. I suppose I could eviscerate that and save the barrage for when I want to deal 4 to my opponent. Actually, you know, that's not a bad idea. I think we're going to do that instead. I guess the problem is, what do I do about a fatter thing later? 4 damage is significant, but I think because it's so early, we're going to hope to win later and just nuke this for 4 and get in. I hope I don't end up regretting this. I just hope they play something huge next turn, so then my eviscerate save was ultimately worth it here. Love to see Voltaic Servant doing something. It's very satisfying. Okay, Omnivore on the other hand. Guess I can still blow it up if I want. Another short sword, so I suppose that we just eviscerate and continue beating in here. I mean, Omnivore seems worth killing, quite frankly. And I suppose we'll play another one. We're like a Voldic away from having a pretty sweet board. We still have a pretty decent board at least, but we'll figure this out. Alright, we'll attack, or block rather. Sure. Alright, so let's drop the Omnivore and double equip here. So Gift of Growth, that's the card I'd forgotten about. Another great kicker card. Mammoth Spider, sure. So they could triple block and I'd have to trade my Omnivores for a Sapperling, or I could draw a creature and be in better shape. Well, I'm not willing to trade now, so I guess we'll hang out. So ooh, that's ordinarily a good card, but actually it's perfectly fine here. They're gonna have to. They only. Well, we still get to actually attack in, don't we? So that's pretty cool. I suppose I could have attacked, let them triple block, kill the two Sapperlings, and then played the Eldest Reborn. I don't actually know if that would have been better. That's tough to say. Doesn't feel better. Uh-oh, Grun. Jeez. Let's see. If I take 4, I don't die next turn though. So they discard. Currently, best res target is a Gorger. So if I attack for 5, they'd have to just attack with this to deal 10. Which they probably do. But if I get them to 4, and then what am I resing though? I suppose a Gorger. I'm not really sure. I can't really stay back though either. Uh-oh. Jeez. Could I have sacked it to it? No, it's sacrifice another creature. They missed lethal, did they? How did they miss lethal? I missed it. They pumped it, but the last card in their hand was a pump spell? Is that what I'm to understand? Or they couldn't attack with something else. Alright, so guess it doesn't really matter here. Uh-oh. More fatties. Alright. Let's go to game 2 here. So, this deals with sapperlings, but I don't think so. Can do the bombardment. Seems like we're going to have some pretty reasonable targets, at least. Some fatties and such. Fungal infection seems a little less good, doesn't it? Maybe we bring in the intervention. It does kill at least Grun and some other things. Could do the bombardment over the other infection as well. I like that infection kind of counters their 1/1s, but I don't feel like we're going to lose against 1/1s. I could be wrong. I guess they'll prove me wrong if that's the case. But I think we run it like this. All right, we'll play first. I guess I could have been on the draw. Oops. That was a mistake. That's all right. It's probably not a huge deal, but I should have played the short sword. All right. Servants out. It's a lot of black mana. Ooh, 2/3s. All right. They blocked. So we'll get the Omnivore out there and pass. Cast down. All right. Ooh, Vicious Offering. All right. Well, I guess we do it. Maybe not. They showed us enough fatties like Grun and such where it's probably best to just be patient here. Gorger. All right. So I guess we don't attack, and this is a bit dangerous, but we're going to block the Gorger and potentially get 2-for-1 here, but I want to keep my Servant around. So we're going to block the Gorger and Vicious Offering it and hope that that is good enough. Well, they infected us. Gorger number 2. Alright, so we need a red mana here. If we get a red mana, we're actually in pretty good shape. Oof. Ugly. Suppose we'll take 8. That doesn't seem very good. Ah, well, it's a lot of Gorgers. Alright, so we can play the Cyclops and equip it this turn. And then I guess we're trying to set up for a haphazard bombardment, but we may not even have that luxury. May have to just go full-fledged barrage and deal with something right now if we can. Mm-hmm. I guess we go like this. Alright, so we're at 4. When do we do this? Beginning of your instep. Huh. Well, eviscerate. Let's see. I don't think that we have enough things. Because I can do the bombardment. But that still leaves them with just enough to kill me. I suppose. Non-enchantment permanents. So I guess we choose these 4. At this point, I just kind of want to see what we hit. Oh yeah, they would have gotten another thinger anyway. They get it for each creature? For some reason I thought it was 2, but it's actually 2 saprolings. What? Got the worst one. Oh, jeez. All right. Suppose we'll see you in round 3 then. Round 3. Won the die roll. Gonna play first. Gonna keep too. It's a good hand. His hand is a Valdek or a Traxxas away from looking real nasty, so hoping we can get that. Oh, 2 can play at this short sword game, huh? Well, I could wait until the Paladin's out, but I'm not going to. That seems unnecessary. What? Interesting. Bloodstone Goblin. All right. Well, that's actually a good draw, I would say. So maybe Paladin into Josephus into Jaya's Immolating Inferno. I don't mind that. We'll block it. Okay, they don't even want to mess with it. Ooh, there's our Valdic. That's actually, and it's haste, right? Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that because that's cool. And I can actually do Gyazimulating Inferno, which is also quite good. So I just need a land, and I'm looking real good. Alright, well, we did get the land, but we need more. So we'll play the Paladin now. Pass. And set up for Josuves, Inferno, good stuff. Alright, so now we can just really get nasty here with Inferno if we draw a land. Very close, but not quite there. So we'll play Josuves instead. Hit them with the Paladin and pass. I'll be patient. I'm a patient dude. There it is. So let's do it now. So we're down 3 to this. And here and here, I guess. All right. They're like, you know what? I've had enough of that. So mirror match, but they're looking pretty aggressive. So can I cut the curve down? Maybe we don't have to. Did see an X1 that we can kill, but we might just be okay with this. Oh wait, we can do another fungal infection. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. And probably cut... It's a good question. What do we cut? I don't know. Have to figure that out. Yeah, I gotta make a cut here. Could be the barrage, but I like the barrage. Could be the eviscerate. All of these are options. Don't really want to cut the short swords. Could be an eviscerate for a fungal infection. Just cut a little bit of the clunkiness. Don't really want to cut creatures. Alright, we'll cut an eviscerate, because barrage can at least kill my opponent as well. Alright. And it probably kills most things in their deck. Probably. Yeah. I guess we keep. Not a very exciting hand, but we'll keep it. Ooh, Traxos. Well, maybe we chill on the short sword now. Hey, they don't have a 2-drop. That's good news. And we drew a fungal infection? It is like Christmas here. I just wanted to play an Overseer so I can kill it. What a gift. What a gift. And we've got the Inferno again. So we get to go Traxos into Short Sword for the untaps too. That is pretty slick. Chainer's Torment. Yeah, I'm not too intimidated by that. Fire elemental. All right. So, short sword, tap. Barrage. Could sack the short sword, take an 18, attack for another 7, go 11. I think that we do. Oops. My mistake. Should have sacked the short sword. I guess, I don't know if it actually matters. Skizik. Okay. They didn't attack with it. Well, that's not what I expected. Alright, so I can do some stuff and things. So if I do the Inferno, deal 4 to them. Let me see, I can do Inferno for 3. Untap this. Force them to block. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's insane. We go like this. That is just really mean. Because we untap. Now we equip Traxos. And we even get to, yeah, that's mean. And it's got Trample too. They just die. Wowzers. All right, well, our deck was insanely sweet. We ended up losing round 2, but I got to tell you, I had a ton of fun back in this format. I feel like I wasted a lot of time in M19 because this format is, I remember it being awesome, and I'm really happy I came back this time around because that was a lot of fun. I hope it was fun to watch. I'm planning on doing as much Dominaria as I can over the next few weeks here. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you for the next one.